Good morning. This is True Talk on WMNF 88.5 FM. My co-host Ahmed Bedier and myself, Samar Jarrah, are raising funds for WMNF. So please stay tuned. We need to raise a lot of money, but we can make it.
بس تشوف الدنيا أحلى والحومة مفحلة دق 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 تستنى في عسل النحلة صبورك أحلى هزنا الطيار ورمانا في عقب الرحلة ضايع بين الحيوت وما لقيتش بلاصة حومة بين بلاد الهوت يما خلوني بالشيخة مصموت وحكموا ناس الراقة والكراسي بالهبوط نحب نشد الروت ونقلب المناظر نقلب وجهي من هنا يما ما نحب نعيش الأحياء بالموت نوفا كيما ولد الجارة بالشي خاطب له
يا ليلي ويا ليلى وش باش نسقيلك يما وقالوا لي ليلى صغير وفي قلبي غمة حب نطير ونطير الفوق يحبوا يقصوا لجناحي وليدك راني مخنوق ومنك طالب اسماحي
ريوس الرجالة مايلة رزنط بالتخمام وبالشيخالة مخاخة مبايلة ولاد الحومة اشواتنا مقايلة شرف العينين بالخير ماهيش بس تفايلة حبوا يسوقونا كيف الزايلة ومربط في زريبة وخطوة الساقين مكايلة يحبوك بري ما عندك شي عايلة نعيشوا في سيستم حكمه ولاد المتحايلة يحبوك غايب على الوجود ساكت على حقك وراضي باللي يحبوه موجود يما تجري وماكش خالط على القوت مش خلى اولاد الحومة قطع من الحدود ايدو في قفصك مربوط وصباع مسيب وزيدك لك عشاك يما حبوك قاعد في زنقة مرفوض والمستقبل اللي تشوف فيه متعدي بحذاك
يا ليلي ويا ليلى وش باش نسقيلك يما وقالوا لي ليلى صغير وفي قلبي غمة حب نطير ونطير الفوق يحبوا يقصوا لجناحي وليدك راني مخنوق ومنك طالب اسماحي يا ليلي يا ليلى وش باش نشتيلك يما وقالوا لي ليلى صغير وفي قلبي غمة حب نطير ونطير الفوق يحبوا يقصوا
Hello, welcome to True Talk on WMNF 88.5. Samar and I are in the studio. Do you know what time it is? We're fundraising again for WMNF. I was sending messages to friends saying, hey guys, it's time to raise money for my show to help us stay on air. Like, we just did that. We just did it. What's going on? So then I had to explain to them, WMNF is now doing 3 fundraisers a year. Mm-hmm. So if you're supporting our station, and I told my friend, I said, allocate this much money per year, divide it by 3, and every time we're doing a fund drive, please support us because that's how you support our station. Samar is here with me in the studio. I'm in the studio. Sean Kinney in the studio. This is the True Talk radio show, radio hour, also available on podcast and at WMNF.org. But the reason we're raising money, if you're new to the station or if you're new to our show, is because our station and our show does not have any advertising. We are listener supported, and that's why we have the freedom to say what we want. Guess what? If we were mainstream media, if we were corporate media, we would not be able to talk about Gaza the way we're talking about. We would not be able to talk about Gaza or the Middle East or the Muslim world the way that Samar and I are free to do so. And we have that opportunity because of WMNF. It's a unique station, unlike any other in Florida. And very few stations like it across the country. Not only we have shows like Democracy Now!, but WMNF is the only station in the country broadcasting our show, True Talk, which has now been on for more than 20 years.
Wow.
We were talking against the war in Iraq. We're talking against the war in Gaza, which is now a genocide in Gaza. So we want your support right now. Please call us at 813-23... 9663. We have volunteers standing by to take your donations, or go directly online at WMNF.org and make sure you click donate and select that you want to support True Talk. Please tell them, Samar, why they should support True Talk.
They should support True Talk because we are volunteers. We don't get paid to do this show. And we bring so much insight, so much knowledge. Like Ahmed said, from day one, we said we can't go to Iraq. It's going to be a quagmire. It's not going to be successful. And we said the same thing, Ahmed, about invading Afghanistan, and look what happened. So, inshallah, this time people will listen to us that what is going on in Gaza is genocidal. What is going on is unacceptable, unethical, unlawful, un-American, although unfortunately our money and our bombs are killing people. So I think this is one of the last stations in the world who have freedom of speech, or maybe in America.
Well, especially in America and in Florida. Sean, you have something to say.
Yeah, so we have previous shows have raised money, and we have some people to thank from previous shows, but I do want to encourage people to donate to True Talk. Here's the number, 813-239-9663. We have a huge goal, $2,500. I hope we can do it, but we can do it with your help. So please donate now, 813-239-9663. I have someone to thank who donated near the end of the Economic Update show. That's Richard from Chaka, I don't know this town, and he's donating $100. So thank you so much, Richard. And Donna from Surly Voices has someone to thank.
Oh, Donna, welcome.
Hi.
Hey.
Thank you guys for letting me come in on your show. I am thanking Richard for giving us a donation. He split his donation.
Thanks,
and he gave us $50. He says, I love all the programming. And Richard, this is Donna with Surly Voices. I just wanted to come in and personally say thank you. We appreciate you.
Donna, I love your show. I listen to you when I am driving up to here. Thank you. You keep me busy and occupied and thinking.
Yes, and we support Gaza.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
You see, more and more Americans are supporting Gaza because people are speaking out. And, they're not buying what the mass media, the corporate media has been telling them, because they want us to not believe our eyes. They want us to just sit there and say, ignore what you're seeing. There are no tanks in Rafah. Ignore what you're seeing. No one is getting bombed there, that these fires are just happening by themselves. That's what the New York Times wants us to believe. Here at WMNF, we're telling you the truth. We're talking about the real atrocities happening there, and we are raising that awareness so people can be informed and they can call on their representatives and lawmakers to stop the bombing, to stop the genocide. That's made because we have a voice. We have freedom of speech in America, but guess what? If you don't have money, if you don't have the equipment, if you don't have the broadcast, if you don't have the technology, you can't deliver that message to the outside world. We have all these platforms. You can go on Facebook and say whatever you want, but guess what? Facebook will censor it, or unless somehow you pay or you're seeing certain things. Here at WMNF, they give us the freedom of speech, First Amendment right to be able to say what we want, but of course within parameters. But we're not saying anything crazy. We're saying stop killing people. We're saying, look what's happening over there. That's not a radical idea, to stop using bombs against innocent civilians, unarmed civilians. That's unacceptable, especially in 2024. If you agree with what we're doing, please call us right now at 813-239-9663. If you don't agree with what we're doing, also call us at 813-239-9663, because you appreciate freedom of speech in this country, and you also think that having healthy dialogue is important. Sean Kinnan is the news director here at WMNF, and he has also something else to say, but he could also share with us why free speech is important.
Well, I think that a lot of us take that for granted. Free speech is something we grew up knowing about and learning about, but it's important to put it into practice, of course. So I think that True Talk is an excellent example of freedom of speech. It's true that a lot of the topics and a lot of the people they interview on this show would be challenged and maybe taken off the air on other outlets. Mm-hmm. But as long as we bring on people who are telling the truth and are telling their experiences and are being truthful, then I think that it's something that our audience deserves, the ability to hear.
Plus, Sean, we bring voices that don't get on mainstream media. Like I think we had a conversation with Professor Maura Finkelstein, and she's on leave from her college. She's a professor, and because of her vocal, opinions about what is going on in Gaza, and she herself is Jewish and grew up in a Jewish home, but she says people assume that every Jew is a Zionist and pro-Israel, but it's not the case. So even these voices don't get a chance to be on the air. So I am very, very happy that we can have this show on WMNF. So please call 813-239-9663. We have less than an hour to raise $2,500. So 813-239-9663. And maybe people are already calling and donating, Sean.
Well, so Samar, before the drive even started, Hassan from Punta Gorda challenged your audience with a $100 donation. So if we get another $100 donation right now, then Hassan will give us $100. So please call now, 813-239-9663. We want to meet this challenge. We hope that someone out there can donate $100 so that we'll get this $100 from Hassan from Punta Gorda. So please call now. And then after that, we'll still have $2,300 to raise. So it's a lofty goal. We do need to really step it up right now and have people, if you're out there and you can call in, if you like True Talk, give us a call, 813-239-9663 or WMNF.org. I'm sorry, I'll be out of your way in just a second. I want to thank the Petra Middle Eastern Restaurant located at 1118 West Kennedy Boulevard in Tampa. They sent sandwiches to our volunteers. And thanks to Maria, Muyan, and everyone there for feeding us today. We're so appreciative of your ongoing support of our community and WMNF Radio. So thanks to Petra, and thanks to our phone bank volunteers who are back there taking your calls. We need to put them to work. 813-239-9663 or WMNF.org is where you can make your donation and support True Talk.
Wow, so there is Arabic food on the...
There's Arabic food during the Arabic hour, during the Muslim hour.
And Arabic music.
And we're eating, the volunteers are eating Arab food, Middle Eastern food, and we are raising money to speak about Middle Eastern issues. It's right on theme. I like Petra. You can't get better than that. The only thing missing right now are phone calls. And when we don't see phone calls, we get a little concerned because that means people are listening and they're not calling in. Call us right now at 813-239-9663. Just because you're hearing my voice right now and you're not actually paying for it in your car, you didn't have to put some money in a vending machine. It's just coming and you didn't have to subscribe. It doesn't mean that it's free. Somebody's paying for this and it's other supporters. However, if we don't raise the money for the station, Samar, then we risk not being able to carry our voice, carry our signal, deliver this message. Call us right now at 813-239-9663. Thank you so much.
What?
We have a $5 donation. No amount is small. No amount is too big or too small. Keep supporting our station. And dial in right now. You can also go online at WMNF.org. Just make sure when you're making the donation that you are selecting True Talk, that you want it to be allocated to that show, because that's our show and that's what we're raising money for. We only have just a little over 20 minutes and we need to raise over $2,000. Wow. We need more people to call in right now. Samar, you were talking about some of the guests that we've had. You know, since October 7th and since this war has begun on Gaza, and the genocide now that's happening there, every week we've dedicated our show to speaking about what's happening in Gaza. Now, in English, they say Gaza, but in Arabic, it's Gaza. Some with the Palestinian accent say Gaza, depending on where you're from. But we know what we're talking about, that small strip of land that all eyes, and now it has actually shrunk to now all eyes are on Rafah. It's the most southern part of Gaza, and where they've crammed something like 1.5 million people. And they said that this is the safe zone. This is where you should stay. Everybody that's been forcibly kicked out of their homes, displaced, had to go on foot all the way to Rafah. Imagine having to walk something like 20 miles with whatever belongings you can carry, make it all the way there, and then you start sleeping in makeshift tents, only to be attacked this last week by the Israeli military. And, fires have ensued. Dozens of people have been killed. the images that are burned alive. Some of them children.
And you can hear their screams because there were reporters everywhere and people taping. This is
so horrific. It's sad.
And the sad part is that people, when they go to see the remains of the bombs, they all have Made in USA on them. And I think all this will blow in our faces, the whole world.
Of course, it's already blowing in our face. And the ICJ has said that, ordered Israel to halt the operation immediately.
Unbelievable.
Israel has doubled down and then bombed Rafah again. Over and over, they're bombing. And that massacre that happened over the weekend happened after the ICJ ruling. The ICC, the International Criminal Court, submitted a request for arrest warrants. And these are the same people. So instead of calming down, Netanyahu and his military and others are continuing even more forcibly. Unfortunately, the Biden administration, who said that invading Rafah would be a red line. Remember that, Samar? You remember that? They said that Rafah would be a red line. And now that they've invaded, or they're going in and they're bombing people, the United States spokespeople and in the White House are saying, well, we have to look into it, whether they're inside Rafah or not. We're not really that sure. Of course, the United States government and the Biden administration knows, but people are saying that Biden is shifting his red line. This is just turning out to be so bad for America's reputation that this Biden, who says that there's a red line, just people can walk all over it. And it's one thing to say, stop, we're against what's happening, but then you turn around and send more weapons. Senator, have you seen this?
Let's give the number.
Give the number. Go ahead.
81.
We'll talk some more.
Yeah, because we need really people to call, because we have volunteers waiting to take your phone calls. We have many gifts that we can talk about them. But if you give us something like $9, even a $9 will get, no, actually $100 will give you several hats and T-shirts and lovely things that WMNF has always goodies for you. But please, you have to call 813-239-9663. And actually, Ahmed, we're getting emails telling us that True Talk needs to do an outreach to college campuses, because these protesters are really risking so much, and they need backup. And we did talk to Samar Saeed from Georgetown University. We did talk to Tiffany, I think her name. She's from USF, and she was refused graduation, and she didn't care. Victoria, she refused graduation.
She wasn't refused. She was denied.
She was denied. She was denied graduation. We talked to her just 2 days before the graduation.
Right. We should because of she was part of the encampment at USF.
Yeah. So please call 813-239-9663. It's very important that you express your support for WMNF, for Gaza, and for the work that Ahmed and I do for the past 21 years. 813-239-9663. You can also go to WMNF.org. Click on the tip jar and make sure you pick True Talk. We need to raise about $2,300.
No, now it's probably about $2,000. And people can call in, but it's really quick. To do it online, you just go to WMNF.org, and click on the donate. Make sure you select True Talk that you want the money to be allocated to. You can even use Apple Pay in your selection. It gives you an option to make a monthly donation or a one-time. Now, if you do a one-time donation of $35, you can get gifts starting from a $35 donation, which is a bumper sticker. You can also get a refrigerator magnet. You can get a drawstring bag with the WMNF logo on it for $50. You can get retro sunglasses for $60. You can get hats or a cap or a bucket hat for anywhere from $88.50 to $100. There's also the WMNF T-shirts that has the logo on it, and then there's the artist T-shirt, which is kind of retro. Looks really cool. I don't know if you've seen it. It's white with this WMNF logo in the middle. That's for $100 contribution. So whatever contribution that you make, if it's at least $35, ask about what free gifts are available for you. And call us right now at 813-239-9663. 813-239-9663. And we're speaking about guests, and maybe we can play a little bit of that.
Let me see if we can play from the university students.
But I wanted to also mention, maybe we'll play the university student, but we also had this other guest, Rana Mahmoud. She's a nurse who traveled all the way to Gaza, and she's from Tampa Bay. Rana Mahmoud, she lives in Pasco County, and she specializes in wound care. And I think she went to Gaza, Samar, 2 or 3 times.
Wow.
2 or 3 times, risking her life to take care of wounded people in the hospitals there. Her name is Rana Mahmoud. We also have an interview with her. Hopefully we'll have her back on. And
let me try.
It was a wonderful interview.
Yeah, let me just stop the music.
They're standing for.
Samar, are you going to play a segment from the interview with the students?
Which include justice and freedom.
And before you do that, maybe you can just tell them.
This is Samar Saeed, and she was at the in camp in George Washington University, and she's a PhD candidate. And when you listen to this, you will hear that there are noises in the background, but we were talking live to her. This is True Talk on WMNF 88.5 FM. I'm playing this segment from the PhD candidate Samar Saeed, 813-239-9663.
We're organizing these.
I have the music.
Not just on what's going on in Palestine, but what's happening in the Philippines, what's happening in this country as well. I think people are building a community as well, not just with students, but with the neighbors of where we are. There's music, there's poetry reading. So, but it's also really not surprising how you as politicians are trying to paint a picture of us as violent students or violent protesters, because honestly, the students here are challenging the Israeli narrative, which the U.S. has been protecting for so long. The students are saying we don't want our administration to be investing in companies that are in Israel, that are occupying Palestinians, that are facilitating their oppression in their land. Why should educational institutions, who are supposed to be the places where people, navigate ideas, think together, write together, be actually involved heavily in arm manufacturing companies and really just inflicting violence in Palestine and elsewhere? And that scares them. This is the new generation. These are the students that will be in different positions in government, in academia, in the private sectors. And all the propaganda that the Israelis and the Zionists and their supporters that they've been building in the U.S. for the past decade is really crumbling, and it's scary for them. But the students here are undeterred. They know that they're on the right side of history, and they're going to keep speaking up for Palestine and for the freedom of its people.
They keep wondering on Twitter, where I get a lot of information, because all of the students are tweeting and sending films and are very active on social media. People started to say, where are these tents coming from? Who is financing these people? And that people in the media would say that actually the Daily Mirror tried to pass this article that terrorist groups are financing you, the Houthis, the Hezbollah, Hamas, God knows who. So and the tents, and why all the tents look the same. And
honestly, Samar, it's laughable to accuse us of all these. Really, they're so silly. Us here, we're laughing when we sit together and watch the news, because students are independent thinkers. They are independent actors. What's so difficult for people to understand that we don't want to participate in a genocidal machine? We don't want our government here in the U.S. to fund the genocide in Gaza. That we don't want to be part of this violence, actually, that is very real on our people back home. I think it just pushed back to my previous point that they are so scared of the shift in the narrative that is happening, the students' actions, that they will undermine it in any way, even if they're going to accuse us of getting funding from X, Y, and Z. I've heard this accusation that all the tents are green. They must have been sent from someone. The community here is the community that's bringing us food. They are helping us set up the tents. They are the one bringing us water. I mean, we're also drinking the same water everywhere. Are they going to also accuse us of, getting water from a specific group? I mean, I would say to that, if people really genuinely, with an open heart and mind, want to know what the students are all about, they should come to the campus. I mean, these encampments are open in most parts for everyone to come and engage and talk and learn. I mean, the government doesn't want to listen. They're shutting down the protests. They're exercising violence on protesters without really, I mean, now all the conversation is shifting on the violence that the police is inflicting on students, as we should. But no one now is talking about why are the students on the streets? Why are they occupying physical space? What is the message that started all of that? And it is to stop Israel.
And welcome back to True Talk. This is Ahmed and Samar and our boss Sean here in the studio trying to raise funds, but I don't see too many calls. Sean, what's going on?
I'm not sure, because True Talk is such a popular show, and every fund drive, it is one of the highlights of the fund drive for as far as how much money this show can raise for WMNF in an hour. And that's why you have such a lofty goal. We have a goal of $2,500 for this hour, and we have raised $100 so far. So we are still looking for matching that challenge of $100 and also the rest of that $2,500 goal. I'm really surprised that we don't have very many people on the line. Some people might say, well, True Talk isn't popular, but I think it is. We hear from people all the time who enjoy hearing your interviews and the guests you bring on and the music. So if you're a fan of True Talk and you think that it's worth supporting and having a show like this on in Florida, give us a call, 813-239-9663. And you can also donate at WMNF.org or on the WMNF app.
Thank you, Sean, and thank you for your support. And, WMNF endured and endures so much to have Ahmed and I on the airwaves because we talk to people. For instance, Ahmed, remember, I spoke with James Bamford, and he is an investigative reporter and does stories on the NSA and all the AI companies that help Israel bomb Palestinians and pick targets. We also talked to the Professor Stephen Zunis, who's very, very interesting professor and talks about that part of the world. So really, I think you need to support WMNF. You need to support our show, 813-239-9663. You can go online and click on the tip jar and make sure you pick True Talk, and you can give us as little as you want. We just got a $5, and then we got a challenge for $100. We need one person to call and give us $100, and this way we will be close to reaching our goal. I know there are people who listen to us from all over the world because we are always transmitting via Twitter. I can see that the Shari here at WMNF has made it possible to donate in different currencies. So there is no excuse. If you are listening, please go online or 813-239-9663. Maybe, Ahmed, we need to play music, we need to dance, we need to play more segments. You're usually the guy who can get us the money. I'm not very good with raising funds and begging for money. It's not for me and it's not for Ahmed. It's for WMNF to keep it on the air. So many equipments here, a lot of ACs and computers and technology. So this really needs to be always in top shape. 813-239-9663. 813-239-9663.
حسرة مخيب هالدنيا ومحلاها الدنيا بلا غسرة فكرت أيامي وقلت يا حسرة مخيب هالدنيا ومحلاها الدنيا بلا غسرة يا حنينة تفرقنا مشينا وقلت يا حزرة محلانا ذراري الدنيا محلاها ماما وزينها ديما مواتها محلاها الحومة ديما الحومة مظلومة قتلتنا الشيخة وزادت قتلتنا الحكومة فكرت اللمة قسمنا اللي فما وكل حد وهمه وكنا
Ahmed always picks this singer Balti. I'm not sure where he's from, North America,
Tunisia.
But North Africa.
Yeah.
Tunisia. But hey, we have $108. $108. He or she wants the t-shirt, X large. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for $108. And this way, we have met the goal. So we have raised $213. We still have to raise more than $2,000. So please call 813-239-9663. We need you to call now. We have less than half an hour to raise this amount of money. So you make me and Ahmed feel that True Talk is all worthwhile. The last fund drive, we beat our goal. Looks like this time we are not. So please call. Oh my gosh, people are calling, thank God. 813-23.
But then it disappeared.
No, it's here. 813-239-9663. So people are calling. Yes, Ahmed, they are calling. We have this screen, amazing technology at WMNF. There is a screen.
I see one caller.
One caller.
First, I saw like a bunch.
I think it's like a list of how many people called.
Oh, okay. So.
Yeah, because all of a sudden there are like 10 phone calls.
Yeah, then I'm like, whoa, there's 10 people at the same time. What happened?
813-239-9663, please.
813-239-9663. Samar and I are raising money for WMNF and for our show. WMNF is a listener-supported station. We don't have any advertisers, so we rely on our listeners and supporters to bring you programming like NPR and Democracy Now! And others, and including our show, which is here produced at WMNF. Our show is unique. It focuses on global affairs, specifically the Muslim world and the Arab world, the Middle East. Since October 7th, we've been focused on Gaza. Every single show has been dedicated for what's happening in Gaza, the genocide that's happening there. And yes, we call it a genocide. It's a type of ethnic cleansing. And the government there is trying to forcibly take the land from indigenous people that have been there for centuries and displace them and replace them with other people. This is against the law. It's against international law. It's against humanitarian law. It's against American law. However, our government, our administration continues to fund it. It's being funded by our tax money. Mainstream media, though, is using a lot of resources to spread misinformation about what's happening there. There's so much media bias that it's so obvious now. It's as clear as daylight how much lies and resources that they're spending to cover up this lie about what Israel is doing and the occupation that's happening there. And we're not going to be, scared by accusations of anti-Semitism because we're criticizing the Israeli government. We're not criticizing Jewish people because they're Jewish or the Jewish faith. This has nothing to do with that. This has something to do with what the Israeli government, regardless of their religion. If the Israeli government was Muslim, we'd be equally criticizing them. If the Israeli government was Hindu, we'd also be criticizing them. It has nothing to do with their ethnicity or their identity. It has everything to do with the atrocities that they're committing against and the genocide that they're committing against the Palestinian people, the forcible displacement that's been going on since even before 1948. It continues until today. However, people are now waking up to that reality. We've been talking about this on this show for at least 2 decades. And now we see, it's reached a boiling point. The importance of free media is so important. We need to have that type of media in our community. And only WMNF is providing that type of platform here to produce these kind of shows. Our phone number is 813-239-9663, 813-239-9663. And you can just make the donation online also at WMNF.org. Sean, who usually comes in here all cheerful, all happy.
Yeah.
He looks a little confused and worried.
Well, where am I?
Where are you?
I can't believe it. We've raised $213. That's great. I love, that people are supporting True Talk to that tune. But we're at a tenth of our goal right now. We have 20 minutes left, and we need to raise more than $2,200.
That's $100 per minute.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. We need somebody to step up and just do 500 right now, or 1,000. We're looking at somebody, maybe they can call in and do a match, a challenge where they match. Maybe you'll offer 500, maybe you'll offer $1,000. And that's how we are able to catch up quickly. And I'm texting some of my friends saying, hey, where are you? We need you to call that in right now. Some of these pledges and donations. The money is not going to just appear by itself. And maybe this is the first time that you're hearing this show. Maybe you're a long-time listener. But now is the time. We need your support. 813-239-9663. The way we're going to free Palestinians from what's happening there and the atrocities that are happening is by spreading the truth, by sharing what's happening, telling the information. This is the role of the media in the United States. It's supposed to be the fourth branch of government. But as you can see, media everywhere across the country are failing left and right to deliver the truth. They're so far behind. And a lot of times they're actually spinning things to cover up what's happening in Gaza. Call us now at 813-239-9663, 813-239-9663, or go right directly at WMNF.org. And right now, I don't see anyone calling in. Oh, just as I said that, one caller came in. Please join them right now to be the other caller. Don't let that caller be there by themselves. We need at least 3 or 4 other callers right now and every minute until 1 o'clock. Please call us at 813-239-9663. I see call number 2 coming in. Are you going to be call number 3?
Yeah, please.
Because here's the thing. The station management is here, and they're paying attention. And they're getting a lot of pressure from different special interest groups to shut down our show. I'm just going to be very frank with you. They want nothing more to shut down our show. They would be so happy. They'll celebrate for weeks to come because they've been trying to shut down our show for the past 20 years. And WMNF has stood by us on principle of free speech, but also by saying, look, guys, this show has broad support. This show meets their goals every time, and not only meets it, but exceeds it. But right now, one of those arguments may not hold up if we don't meet the challenge today. So please call us right now. You can't necessarily vote at WMNF, but you know what? Your money is your vote. Whatever that amount is, it could be $5, could be $500, whatever amount, just call it right now and support our show. 813-239-9663. Or go directly online at WMNF.org. As you're listening to us, maybe you're listening to us on your phone, on the app, you can just go directly on WMNF.org and click donate, select True Talk, and use your, Apple Pay or whatever form you're paying, credit card, or make a pledge, but do that right now. Thank you so much. Sean, you have some people to thank.
I do. Samar, did you already thank that person that you have?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, great. So let me thank someone. This is a name you'll know, Samar. Ali Damash from Tampa is donating $100. Thank you, Ali. It's great to hear your name.
Thank you, Ali.
And so you have an anonymous donation of $726.83.
How much?
$726.83.
700.
Yes.
Woohoo!
And then we have a donation for $64 from anonymous. And thank you, anonymous. And also from Lisa Marzilli from Temple Terrace, $100 donation. And Lisa says, "Thank you both for your work. Your coverage of Gaza is invaluable." And Lisa is going to look great in that khaki baseball cap that has WMNF
Thank you so
logo.
much, Lisa. I think she supports us every single time. So nice of you. Wow. Okay, my math is terrible, but maybe we have raised $1,000. We have less than 20 minutes to raise another $1,000. So please. please call 813-239-9663. It is happening. We have 2 people already on the phone making calls. Oh, we have one more caller. 813-239-9663. I'm going to be burning so many calories by the time this show is over. 813-239.
From doing what?
From being anxious, Ahmed.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know what the calories have to do. I thought maybe you're running in place.
No, I am burning calories from excitement.
Anxiety?
From anxiety.
I hear you.
Okay.
So we've raised $1,200 so far.
Oh, thank God.
So we still need to raise another, $1,300?
Yeah.
13.
So let's do this.
In 13 minutes.
Yeah.
13 minutes. We need $1,300. We can do it at $100 a minute or $50 every 30 seconds. 813-239-9663. You can also go to WMNF.org. We have people actually calling in now. We have 3 people just called in. Maybe they will give us $1,000 or maybe 50. So many lovely things you can get. If you give us a one-time of $120, you can get the beach towel. It's cotton. You can get the WMNF car shade radio for everyone. It says radio for everyone for $120. If you pay $325, it's a beach pack, towel, sunglasses, sunshade, drawstring bag, WMNF lip balm. Please call 813-239-9663. For $35, you can get a bumper sticker. It would be wonderful to have it on your car. For $60, you can get the retro sunglasses. It's clear from the recycled material. So please, with a logo on it, heat, beats, cool, shades. Oh, maybe I should get that.
I want to get that the sunshade thing.
Yeah, and say, we should have one
because
that says
it protects you from your, for your car.
Oh,
the car shade. Do you see that for $120?
Yeah.
So that way, because of Florida heat.
Oh my God.
So now I'm gonna have WMNF across my windshield when I'm parking my car. It's great advertising.
813-239-9663. Ahmed, I don't know how many.
You say the 9663 so quickly, it turns into 16.
Okay. 813-239-9663. How many times you get an Arab woman being harassed by this guy who is my co-host? Ahmed, you pick on me, but it's okay if we're going to raise money.
813. Because of the how loaded that word is, you'll have to clarify that this is a verbal type of annoyance. I don't know if it actually rises to what you said.
You just sound like my husband.
Okay.
I have 2 husbands, one every Thursday with Ahmed.
For 1 hour?
For 1 hour.
Okay.
And then I have this guy at home for many hours.
Yeah.
813-239-9663. No, Ahmed, I love you to death.
Thank you so
that.
much, Samar.
No, remember when you had COVID? Oh my God.
Yes, you did.
Oh,
you were very concerned. You were very concerned.
I was. Oh my gosh! I thought I was gonna lose you. It was.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank God.
It seems like ages ago that I had COVID, and I was,
You were in the hospital, and I wasn't able to reach you, and I had to call our friend.
It was such a sad time to be during COVID time because when you end up in the hospital, you're all there alone. There's no one there with you. No one can visit you.
And intubated you, didn't they?
No, I didn't get incubation.
Not incubation, intubation, I think.
With the tube?
Yeah, where they make you sleep for a day.
No, they did not. I think they just gave me oxygen, but there was no.
Yeah, but you couldn't even contact me for 3 days. I thought something happened to you, and I couldn't get to your family. Oh my gosh, it was scary times.
You know who's not contacting us right now? Our callers. So our phone number is 813-239-963. Thank you for, prayers to all those who survived COVID.
Yeah.
And prayers to all those who we lost in COVID as well. May God bless them. Of course, it was a horrible time, but we survived.
We survived.
But you know who's not surviving right now?
Gazans.
That's a natural type of epidemic. But this is in Gaza right now. That can be stopped. People are getting bombed and killed. It's so sad to see the atrocities that are happening there. Very few people, very few stations and shows are speaking out against it. At WMNF, we are. We're delivering the truth. We're talking about the truth. That's why this show is called True Talk. But we can't do it without you. We can't do it without your donations to pay for this station. So call us now at 813-239-9663. We don't have advertisers, corporate media, and that's why we rely on our listener supporters for support and for donations and to keep us on the airwaves. Please go to WMNF.org right now and make that donation. We only have 10 minutes left, and we need your support. 813-239-9663 or at WMNF.org. I want to thank Robert Pope. Robert Pope, thank you so much for your contribution. And the size of the donation doesn't reflect the greatness of this show.
Wow, so
we
nice
love your donation no matter what. Thank you so much. Robert Pope from St. Petersburg.
And we have Atiq Alvi, $100. Thank you so much. And he says, the greatest show to hit the airwaves. Thank you so much for your donation of $100, Atiq Alvi. So nice of you. Again, 813-239-9663. Is it slow enough?
That's
Sean, Sean, do you have a tally?
Perfect.
I do. We've raised $1,329 so far, so we still need about, $1,100 I don't know, around there. We need about
$1,000.
a little bit more than 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I messed up. But I want to thank the people who are taking the phone calls in the phone bank room.
Thank you, guys.
Christy, Lisa, P. Daddy, Patty, Suzanne, Charlie, and Randy Z are there answering your calls.
Is Patty here?
Patty is
our former producer.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Patty.
And I want to say happy birthday to Frank.
Yeah.
Frank,
that's right. Today
is Frank's
Where is
birthday.
Frank?
He told me, Samar, I don't think you and Ahmed need me today because it's my birthday. I'm celebrating it. And he
happy
knows that
birthday,
Patty is
Frank.
going to be here and she's going to help us. So happy birthday, Frank. Please donate before in
Donate in
Frank's
honor of Frank. 813-239. How old is Frank? He must be 100. So at least
I know,
$100
but I'm not gonna
donation.
say.
Okay, don't say. But just round up to $100 in the name of Frank, who volunteers for our show every Thursday and comes in for other shows as well.
And he
dedicated
listens.
person, and he listens,
And he tells me, Samar, every time I learn something new from you and Ahmed and the people you talk to.
Not only that, he also screens our calls a lot sometimes, which we don't screen a lot, but sometimes it gets some angry people that just start yelling at him as if he's the one that's saying it. 813-239-9663. Please continue calling in, continue your support, be there for us and for True Talk. Our show, we only have 8 minutes left and we have to raise $1,100. We need somebody to come in right now with a $500 contribution, maybe even $1,000 contribution, put us over the edge. Show the station that we have the support, that you've got our back, that you stand with the free voices, and that we're bringing people on from Gaza. We've brought people on from Gaza live.
Yeah.
At least one of the people we brought on, which is a citizen journalist and a poet, was actually killed only a week or two after he was on our show.
Yeah, can you believe it?
Mr. Al-Arir.
Al-Arair, Rifat Al-Arair, where actually if you pay attention to the people's libraries that they are making at these universities.
Encampment,
it's called Rifat Al-Arair's library.
What a legend that this person was there, and he was always, he was articulate in the English language, and he was speaking to the outside world so much, using his free voice to be able to communicate. And he said, this is my way to share with the rest of the world. He and so many other people are getting killed in Gaza. The least we can do is see what's happening there and report it and share it with the rest of the world. And that's what WMNF provides us, that platform to do that. And that's why we need you to call in right now so we can continue to do that kind of work. Please call at 813-239-9663 or go on WMNF.org right now. And Sean has someone to thank.
I'd like to thank Debbie from Sarasota, who has donated $100. Here's what Debbie has to say. She's grateful that True Talk has hung on all these years. So thank you for that donation. We've raised $1,429. So we have just over $1,000 to go. We think, so here's how we could definitely make the goal. If there's a generous person out there who can donate $1,000 right now, we would make the goal for True Talk. But if you can't donate $1,000, that's okay too. Maybe you can join our circle of friends at $10 a month or $20 a month. That's our sustaining membership. Or you can make a one-time donation right now of $50, $100, $1,000, $2,000, whatever you can afford. If you think that having True Talk on the air is a valuable asset in Florida, we would like to hear from you. Please support it. Call 813-239-9663 or donate at WMNF.org.
We have about 6 minutes to go, and we have two wonderful people who are on the phone now giving donations, but we need maybe another 5 calls. 813-239-9663. Like Ahmed said, we bring you voices from Gaza. Some of them have been assassinated and killed. Even we can play these old shows, but it is so painful. And we we actually spoke with a survivor of the Nakba, the catastrophe. Hassan last week, was it? And, he's 92 years old, mashallah, his memory and his ability to talk about what happened, and a very, very nice human being.
He survived the Nakba, which was the biggest atrocity before this, where 750,000 people have been displaced. Guess what? Gaza has now surpassed that number of the number of people that displaced. The majority of the people in Gaza, Samar, are not from Gaza. The majority of the people in Gaza came from other places in Palestine before Israel was established. In order for Israel to be established, they had to move all those Palestinians out of their land to move them into refugee camps in other places. A bulk of them ended up in Gaza, and now we have the children and grandchildren of those people still in Gaza. And for the past something like, since 2006, they've been in an open-air prison there. So now we are coming in with a contribution for $535.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much. Not to undermine or belittle the other donations of $5 and others, but this is helping us reach our goal much faster. From Ramis Vingsha.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And to my brothers and sisters in Palestine.
Thank you so much.
And he's getting the extra large t-shirt. You can also get the extra large t-shirt. Thank you so much. That helps us really get to our goal. What is our number now?
Well, once Samar thanks this person, we'll only need $436.
Wow.
So Samar.
Claire May from Brandon, Florida. Keep shows like this alive. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Claire.
Claire, $100. So we have like 3 minutes to go. We have people already calling. We need 3 people to call maybe to get us $300. Is it?
Well, we need $436. So if you have that, why don't you call in right now and say, here's my $436. I'm going to be the person that helps put True Talk over the goal today. 813-239-9663 or WMNF.org.
We have 3 minutes to go. 813-239-9663. And even if you pay while WMNF, are we going to play NPR today? Okay, when NPR is playing, you still can donate to WMNF. We still need $300 or $400.
You can donate to True Talk.
True Talk, I mean.
Yeah, make sure you mention True Talk when you're donating so we can get credit for it, because this is really how the station management, one of the key factors is the success. How many people called in? How much was raised? Did we meet our goal? And that's really why we need your support right now. I mean, I've repeated it over and over throughout this show about how critical it is for you to support us and support freedom of speech. Since October 7th, we've dedicated every show. That's 33 weeks. Every show we've been dedicating to Gaza. We've had so many people on from Gaza Live. We've had people that have gone to Gaza to provide humanitarian aid and have returned, and we spoke to them. We talked to people that survived the Nakba. We are raising and amplifying the voices of Palestinian people because they are so denied so many platforms across this country, especially in the mainstream media. We're doing the opposite here at True Talk and WMNF. Please call us right now at 813-239-9663. Put us over the edge. We need $400 more right now. So call us in. You can make a donation of $50, $100. Any amount will help us. Call us at 813-239-9663. When NPR News comes on in 2 minutes, we have to go off the air. And that will be the last opportunity that we can continue to raise money. But you can call us at 813-239-9663, or you can go directly online at WMNF.org. WMNF.org and click donate. Make sure you select True Talk when making that donation.
We have few minutes left. We have
less
maybe
than 2 minutes.
Less than 2 minutes while True Talk is on the air, and then maybe while the NPR News is playing, you can donate. We have people on the phone. Actually, I can see it on the screen. So maybe we are going to get $400 now. But if not, just call 813-239-9663. We have a lot of nice programming coming your way, inshallah, God willing, in the coming few weeks. We are hoping that this war will be ending soon, so we don't have to be talking about the genocide in Gaza. So please keep supporting True Talk, keep supporting Ahmed and I, keep supporting WMNF and the voices that we bring on this station. 813-239-9663. 813-239-9663. Ahmed, I think it's happening. We have more people calling. 813-239-9663. We have many volunteers that are taking these phone calls.
Yeah, thank you to all the volunteers. And if you're on the phone and when we go off the air and NPR comes on, just continue finishing that pledge. Or if you're online at WMNF.org, we have 20 seconds left. This is WMNF Tampa. Call us. Continue calling at 813-239-9663. We're only a few $100s away from reaching our goal. And here comes Sean with something in the last second. What is it, Sean?
We're still $200 away. We need your help. 813-239-9663. We'll thank these people in a bit. This is WMNF Tampa.